Hi, wat 'n lekker somersdag is dit vandag, nê? Ek hoop dis somer by julle ook. Here in South Africa, it's really a very hot summer's day, and I was hoping that you have a nice warm day as well. October is my birthday month, and I wish to do something special. For this month, I'm going to try and do a video every weekend, or at least every weekend. I don't know how successful that will be because of work, but let's get there when we get there. I'm also going to have some giveaways, so in order to participate in the giveaway I'm going to ask a question about our country, South Africa, and if you comment on that with the answers, I'll put your name down, and then at the end of the month, maybe like before the first weekend or the first weekend in November, I will do a random number generator story to pick up the names and the winners. The amount of prizes that I've thought about is I've got two at least for people in South Africa. I'm going to make up little surprise boxes. Yes, there will be 100 grams of natural yarn in there, but you won't know how it's going to look like. And then if I have loads of overseas people, I will see whether I can buy one or two patterns or allow you to choose one or two patterns for a certain amount of money. The exchange rate in our country we call it ZAR, Z-A-R, to dollar is horrific, but I'll do that. Okay, cool. So please join me for the rest of this video. Listen carefully for that question. I have some footage of how I'm doing some stitch work. I like a little tutorial. I've got some scenery because we just came back from, my mom and I went for a drive out along the coast, and I've got some scenery for you. I think I did hold my phone the wrong way around, so okay, I'll remember that next time to do it properly. But that's how we learn. Hey, so I want to show you some knitting. So I'm still busy with my summer top. It looks like this. Let me hold it like this. Can you see? I think it's lovely. I just love the pleats that is forming here. It makes it so, in Afrikaans we would say klein dogtertjierig, little girl-like. I don't know, it's like, I don't know, I can't remember whether smock is an English or Afrikaans word, but this makes it feel like smock. And the sleeve also came out with a little tighten up, so it's going to do a little flare up there as well. I'm busy with the second sleeve, and then I still need to do finish up the bottom. So, and the stitch tutorial that I'm showing is how to do these stitches if you would like to try them out. Then I've started two other projects. The one is socks, of course, because it's October. So I'm doing my socks with, she's also a podcaster, the Boervrou. I'll give the links below, or a name below, that you can find her too. She's also from South Africa, and yeah, I didn't get far. But I'm going to do a lace pattern, and I'll share the pattern or the diagram that I found next time. So I find my patterns or my stitch work most of the time on Pinterest or Instagram, and I just feel when they publish the diagrams with how it looks like, it's still for free. So it's for me to make up the stitches and see how big the garment needs to be, and I use these stitch patterns to decorate it with. That's how I do my work these days. So yeah, this is made from, oh, I didn't tell you about this yarn. I'll go back to that. This is made from Africa Expressions Soul, and the colorway is, oh my word, can't see. It's got a number. Looks like 7290. When the eyes gets old, hey? It's like a grey. And I do it in a 2.5 milliliter needles, and I do 28 stitches on each needle. Okay, so it's 52 stitches. Okay, let me tell you about the yarn of this beautiful one. We are there. Oops. So this is from Knotty Habits, and the colorways are let me take them out. So the teal is called Success, and the other one is called this, and it's called Brigadon. And she's going to laugh because I can't pronounce it. I'll show it there to you. I hope it focused nicely. And it's got the teal in, and purple and grey and very dark, nearly like a black. It's lovely, 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 lovely. Then my third piece that I've started is for my daughter. I'll share this pattern as well with you. I just started. It's a cardigan from bottom up, and it's got like little lace work. Oh my word, I'm sure you can't see this. Little lace work, but I'll give more information on this one next time. So our first question is, somewhere here in the southern tip of South Africa is a little town or place, no, it's not the city, it's definitely not the city, it's too small, where you can see both oceans meet. What is that name of that place? Okay, so I would like you to Google it if you're not familiar. If you are familiar with it, we've got a hashtag, I'll give it to you at the bottom as well, that you can use to post some pictures of that place if you were ever there. And if you were not, please Google it. You will find the name if you use my question, and scroll around and see how it looks like. It's really beautiful there too. Okay, so you want me to repeat the question? So at the southern area of South Africa, in the coastal area, there's a small place, let's call it the place, where you can see both oceans meet. What is the name of the place? Okay, so I'm going to add in the other footages, and then I'll see you next week. Happy knitting! Hi, I would like to show you how I make this stitch. So this is my summer top that I'm knitting, and the stitches that I've done as the lace for the yoke. It's looking like this, and I would like to show you how to do it. It's a 2-row pattern, and then in between I did another 3 rows, and then I did my 2 rows again. So I'm just going to show the 2 rows, and I also did the same for the edge. And if you look closely, if I put it nicely, there's a slight scallop that they form, which is very nice and feminine. Okay, so I'm in my first row here. Just get all the yarn out, and I'm using a cable needle to help me to do that. Sorry, I just want to take these 3 stitches back. So it's knit 1, then you knit 6 or 7 stitches or 5 stitches, it depends how wide you want to make it, and you do double yarn for these. So you put them in 1, 2, and come back, stitch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, normal knitting stitch, then again 1, 2, I'll do the double yarn slower, 3, so it's got 2 loops, 4, 5, 6, normal stitch, double loop for 6 of them, 1, and the trick is, you see, because you double yarn, you tend to put your tension in a bit more than usual. So it is okay, but just bear in mind that if you need to, the cable is smaller or thinner than your actual needle, so you're going to struggle to get the opass here unless you've got very nice needles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the normal one. Okay, so I'm going to pause and finish this row, and when I start the second row, I'll put you back on. Okay, so I've got one more section to do, so I'm still with the first row, so it's 1, 2 loops per stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and my plain stitch. So what I can do is I can knit these two together just to make sure that the 2 color yarns are making up nicely. Okay, now for my second row, just need to push this a little bit. I use the cable needle to do this. You can do it with your own needle as well, but there's a bit of twisting, and it's easier just to have those stitches separate and then later on put them back. I'll show. So it was 6 stitches, hey? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. There's the normal stitch, so they're a bit longer. And all that you do is the yarn from the back to the front, around the second time, and then you put these stitches back on this needle. That's your 1 normal stitch. Okay, I'll do it again. So it was 6 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the double yarn over on the stitches makes the loop a little bit bigger. So when you go around once, twice, and then you slip them back on your needle, and they make small groupings like that. You can pull them tighter if you want to. You can do that. You can use this if you want to. Pull it tighter. It's a bit dark, the color. There you go. Okay. Then that's the grouping. So it's 1 normal stitch. And you might find that this stitch also stretch because it's getting extra yarn from the 2 double looped stitches next to them. But when you take this stitch off, you can just pull it a bit tighter, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just make sure that you get the right yarn. 6. You can straighten them from the back, around once, twice. The YouTube tutorial on this, she actually have the needles on this side and then the yarn over, and then they put them back on this one and then on this one again. So I thought the separate needle just really makes it much easier I'll show it once more. So that's the normal stitch. I'm taking off on the cable nibble my 6 double loops stitches, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 5, and there's number 6. Straighten them a little bit. Once round, twice round, back on the needle. Okay, and now I'll go around. Yeah, I'm busy with the sleeve, that's why I'm doing magic loop. So when you come back, you just knit every stitch. So what I did with the yoke portion, I knitted my garment bottom up. So what I've done is, when I see the loop stitches, if I had 6, I will knit 5, 4 and knit 2 together. In that way I'm decreasing my stitches, and you can't even see where I've done that. If you would use it from your yoke top down, you would like to increase, so then I would do a loop on the front loop of a needle and a loop on the back loop of the stitch, sorry, and that will, so that I've got maybe 5 stitches here and 6 stitches when it comes to the bottom where I can knit it further. That's how I've done this pattern, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up and comments, because that way my community can grow more quicker and I can show you more things. Thank you. Hi, we're at the beach in Gordons Bay and we'd like to show you some. I'm just going to swap the camera. The mountain. Little bits later. Okay, we're going to drive further.